100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion, my peasants disgusting, why don't you...
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Set up! Lock in,
lock in. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Bds Wk3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Again, it's Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
On third down, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Peterson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 56. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Detroit.
On second down, Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action, Rosen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Rosen off the play action. It's caught. Nelson. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. No, check. Patriot.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The son, Reddick, able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Come on, gotta go.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Reds up! Hey, gotta go, Reds!
Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On the return is Peterson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Now let's go! Watch it now, Green 39!
Now Rosen on first down. This one complete to Gresham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Over! Leopard!
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Gun. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from the desert after this. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Hey. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Over. Here we go. Green.
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Move. Hurry, check.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hurry.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now let's go. Leopard. Green 39. Green 39. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. So we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
3rd and long here for Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Leopard! Detroit!
On first down, it's Rosen. Lets it fly for Thielen. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action here with Rosen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone! Here we go. Green, 39. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Set. 319. Watch it now. 319.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rosen on first and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back now here on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dayon Buchanan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19. 3, 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it on this side of the field. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's back to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line, completion. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cardinals. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Lucky 56.
Now Scarborough. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue.
They try again with Scarborough. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Arizona, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to